I threatened to ban my brother from my wedding because he plans on proposing to his girlfriend during the reception. My wedding is in 3 weeks, and I just found out my brother Jake is planning to propose to his girlfriend Lisa during my reception. Not before, not after, right in the middle of my special day. I discovered this last Sunday at family dinner when my cousin accidentally let it slip. She said something about how romantic it would be when Jake pops the question at my wedding. I nearly choked on my mashed potatoes. Jake just sat there grinning like this was the best idea ever. He said he'd already bought the ring and planned to do it during the father-daughter dance because everyone would be so emotional already. I asked him if he was insane. This is my wedding day, not his proposal venue. He got all defensive and said family weddings are perfect for proposals because everyone's already together and happy. My mom jumped in saying it would be so sweet to have 2 celebrations in one night. My dad nodded along because he never wants to deal with family drama, but I was furious. I've been planning this wedding for 8 months. I saved up for 2 years to afford the dress I wanted. My fiance Mike and I chose every detail carefully, from the flowers to the music to the cake flavors. This day is supposed to be about us. Jake said I was being selfish and that Lisa would love a public proposal. I told him there are 364 other days in the year he could propose, but he picked the one day that's supposed to be mine. He rolled his eyes and said I was being a bridezilla. That's when I lost it. I told him if he proposed at my wedding, security would escort him out and he'd be banned from all future family events. Jake laughed and said I couldn't ban my own brother. I pulled out my phone and showed him the contract I'd signed with a venue that specifically listed me as the person who could have anyone removed for disruptive behavior. The room went dead silent. My mom started crying and said I was tearing the family apart over something silly. I explained that hijacking someone's wedding isn't silly. It's rude and selfish. Mike backed me up and said if Jake wanted to propose, he needed to plan his own special moment, not steal ours. Jake got mad and said we were being dramatic. That's when my grandma spoke up. She'd been quiet the whole time, but she looked Jake right in the eye and said she'd been to 67 weddings in her lifetime, and anyone who proposes at someone else's wedding gets talked about for all the wrong reasons. She said Lisa deserved her own moment to shine, not to be remembered as the girl whose boyfriend couldn't wait one more day. Jake started looking less confident. Then Grandma asked Lisa directly what she thought. Lisa had been sitting there looking uncomfortable the whole time. She admitted she'd rather have Jake propose somewhere private and meaningful to them, not in front of 200 strangers at someone else's party. Jake's face fell. He realized Lisa wasn't even excited about his plan. She'd just been going along with it because she thought it's what he wanted. 3 days later, Jake called and apologized. He said he'd gotten caught up in the romance of weddings and wasn't thinking clearly. He promised to wait until after our honeymoon to propose. But here's the twist. Mike and I were so impressed with how Lisa handled the situation that we asked her to be in charge of the guest book at our wedding. We figured if she was going to be family soon anyway, we might as well start including her properly. The wedding was perfect. No surprise proposals, no drama, just Mike and me celebrating with the people we love. 2 months later, Jake proposed to Lisa at the same restaurant where they had their first date. She said yes, and the engagement photos were beautiful, way better than anything taken in a crowded reception hall. Jake admitted later that Grandma was right. Lisa deserved her own special moment, not the leftovers from someone else's day.